Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is SKTV coming to you live from Phoenix, Arizona. My name is Sekou Kenneth. Today is the brand new day. We want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. Today we are going to be discussing society ill. It means that we're going to be discussing everything that making creating problem for our country, whether is from the government, whether it's from the people themselves, whether it's from family, whatever it is making our country to look bad. Those are the things we're going to be discussing today. Whether it's about teachers, whether about the doctor, about police, all the society ills. We're going to be discussing all of them today, all the ills in the society. So it's good to be here. I want to encourage each and every one of you to go ahead and share the show. It looks like Melbourne is ready. Melbourne, give me a hand signal if you're ready. Then we'll bring you on the screen. But yes, we want to say thank you to all of you for following SKTV. Uh, we want to encourage all of you to do what we usually do is to share the show. So I want to encourage everybody to share the show once again. Seku is here. Mabel is here. Mabel still playing his song. He's still getting set up. But Seku, my brother, how are you doing? How is Granger?
Graduate, graduate is a beautiful place always. I can always tell people that this is a place to live. People are very hospitable. They like strangers. Um, yeah, the place is fine. 2 days
So,
ago, we received the arrival of the superintendent in Grand Jide, as it was expected that there are going to be a protest. There was no protest at all, and until yesterday, uh, we had the induction ceremony of the superintendent. It was very peaceful. Ellis Buren is now the superintendent of Grand Judah, and he got a very big task. And his task now is to see how best he can reconcile the people of Grand Judah County. The fact is that Unity Party got a little over 4,000 persons in Grand Judah, and so 96 or 97% of the vote that came from Grand Judah. They are all CDCs. So he's working in one of the CDC's strongholds, and he got a lot of work. He have a lot of work. But as we speak, the county is okay. It's very peaceful, and thank God.
that's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm glad that you are also doing great because yesterday after the show, I received a couple of calls. Why? Where is Seku? Where is Seku? What happened? I said, "But yesterday, busy Seku already." They, oh no, because we don't want the man to run away because because the man came and man started showing that other side of SKTV. So we don't want that to go away. Let him stay here. I said, okay, well, no problem. That's that.
They probably want to give me information. They so be soaking me with information.
Exactly. Yeah, remember I told you that?
And that's the part. You
If
That's
they
see,
were
what
serious,
they're doing.
they should be giving you information.
yeah.
But they won't do that. But maybe what's going on, my man? So today we're going to be discussing society ill, all the bad things happening in our community, in our country, in our cities. Whether it's those young people prostitution, whether it's a teacher taking money from students, whether police bribery, all the bad things, all the ills in the society. What can we do about it? And what are you facing in your community, in your city, and in the entire country? Things that you think are bad for our society, for our community, for our country, and what can we do together, whether it's the government or the people, to fight those ills in our society? So today's conversation and moving forward on Tuesday, we have decided to discuss society ill. So what's going on, Mabel?
Thank you, Seku, and Father may say good evening to our listeners out there, especially the taxi drivers. They've been texting me back to back. Mind you, sometimes this platform will really inform some of the taxi drivers who start their little hustle by 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and they have no other platform to tune into besides 2FM and then SKTV to get all of the information. So some of them were just calling me back to back, even when I was telling them, but what happened? Are we not coming? There you go. The rest, we coming on. So to all of you there, the taxi drivers, tricycle rather, and even the motorcyclists, I want to say thank you so much for always following this broadcast and making sure that indeed you make SKTV your own. That's just so magnificent. So indeed, Seku, let me say good evening, and my brother, Seku, even though I tried searching for him, but unfortunately I couldn't get to him. But howbeit, I missing to myself, even apart from my own rescue people. So yeah.
Maybe did you talk to Lawrence? I sent you the link to. I sent the link to him. I don't know.
Oh, okay, I see. So maybe one and two, but let me see on the internet. Let me see how best to also maybe I will text him because by this time I know that Lawrence always calling me to find out as to what
Yeah.
I received the link, and if so I should also send the link. So let me see. Let me text him and see because I tried calling you to also on today, but unfortunately I couldn't get to him because of the bad network. Someone wanted to talk with him also, but unfortunately I couldn't get to him also. But howbeit, thank God, maybe he will be on with us. So indeed, Seku, I just like the way you, in fact, the way the SKTV family now transition, that every Tuesday will be discussing the issue that affecting uh, the society. That's just so magnificent. So I think by now SKTV followers will be giving us an applause. Some of you now, yes, I think that's the time that because mind you though, like I was saying not too long on the radio. Someone talking?
No, we're listening to you.
Okay. So before I even come on the radio, I was saying like for me, my motto going forward is saying no to poverty. So to every politicians, even if you come across me, I will tell you that we are tired with poverty. So indeed, but the society also need to be re-energized and to be looked at. So yes, indeed, there are so many things happening in Liberia. Let me just give you a brief, maybe a little update as we move forward. There are so many things happening in Liberia with the issue of the 100 days after the 100 days and the 22 million that have been spent on the road, the service of the road. There are a lot of misreactions because, mind you, though, we are in the rainy season and there are so many bad roads now as we speak. So people are now taking some of the photos as to where are we with the 22 million that have been spent, on the road for service or maybe for road maintenance, or how come we are seeing some of the cars are now hitching on the road. So there are so many misreactions from coming from Popular Works about the 22 millions that have been spent. Apart from that, this morning, the LACC this morning phoned in on Truth FM this morning. The head, she said that in fact out of the 500 government appointees, there are only 75 of them, including the legislators that have declared their assets. So that means out of that means we can still tell you that about 1.2 or 1.3 percent of the 500 government appointees that only 75% of them that declare their assets. So there are mixed reactions to that. Also, that people are saying that because the president said there will be no business as usual, but how the way things are going is like business will be as usual, or even business will even be more than as usual. Then moving forward again with the trust issue, with the new or the newest drugs that have been discovered in a country called zombie. There are a lot of misreactions. People are saying that how come? Because my you president, or in fact former president, we were voted out of power because of Kush, but now we are having zombie. So thank God that our brother Sheku is on. I think he will better maybe react to some of these things, maybe get some information about the newest drugs in town
My
called
man, don't put my man in trouble, man. My man got no information. My man, they're not a government spokesperson. Don't even start. Anyway, Seku, my man, we were discussing society ill today. So what is going on? What are some of the issues in Redu and Grand Nigeria as a whole? Things that are actually affecting our people there, whether young people, old people, society ills. What are some of the things that you think really matter to the people of Grand Nigeria,
This is
especially in
this is
Redu?
a, this is a broad discussion. It's very big. I mean, there are so many things affecting people in Liberia, in Grand Nigeria. One of the biggest things right now that all eyes looking at is the issue of the drugs. And if President Boakai will pay more attention to this issue of drug, it will be very, very much okay. I'm not saying he should pay more attention to that as compared to road and agricultural development, but it should be a priority because I'm still getting confused, Sekou and Mabel. Where is this thing called drug pass? Where is it really passing? This is something we really critically have to look at. Every single day, you find people in various corners talking about this thing called drug and how our young brothers and sisters are getting spoiled in this country. Is there any way that they can set up a committee, or if that committee has been set up, do they have anything that they can do to de-drugs our brothers and sisters? These rehabilitation centers they were talking about, we know that it is still early. The government will do something, but they also need to fasten up whatever they're doing. Let them hit up their feet. Maybe they need to set up these rehabilitation centers across the country. We are only looking at Monrovia. Most people, when they're talking, they look at Monrovia. And sometimes they look at the city limit, like Zweju, like Harper. But do you care to know Mayborn that they get gold camps? They get diamond mines? Go to these places. They have other names for the people they call Zogo. In places that see and Batije, they call them Kamedan. They don't call them Zogo. They call them Kamedan. Why do they call them Kamedan? There should be a special need, special attention paid to this issue of drug in our country. The taking of illegal substance, whatever drugs these guys are taking. And people are even using these boys for violence right now. Every time they want to carry on protest, or they want to carry on whatever that has some sort of violence in it, they use these boys and bring them over. And they say they are spearheading the protest. They give them money to buy drug. They give them money to drink, and they feel that they are helping them. But in terms of peace, where the thing is okay, the people don't do this. They don't help them. They don't even know where they are. They don't even locate them. But what can we do to talk to them? Another thing we have to look at, thank God, the checkpoints has been reduced. But the issue of the DEA to those various checkpoints, Mabon, Sekou, I don't know. But like AB, the last time he proposed, if the salary or incentive for DEA officers will be high up, I'm sure it will help a little bit. But Mayborn, the DEA officers in other counties, including this county, are they really working? Mayborn, they still do have ghettos across, not just in Granjida. The DEA officer know these ghettos. They still have places people call barracks. They know the places. Sometimes they tell you, look, our barracks is now a place of confusion. We don't cause problem. We bring people here to train them. That's beautiful. But they still have other small gathering. Though there are other barracks, yes, they have responsible men and women there. They sit there, they do things. But there are other places they call barracks in other counties or even in Granjida. Look, Seko, if you get there, you already scared. You know that you are in bad zone. So the issue of drug need to be placed on a very serious and high priority.
So you said they call the places barracks?
Yeah, they call they
Like
where,
a military barracks?
where the guys can sit down. They
Like
call
ghettos.
them barracks. They call that particular place a barrack. That means before you can go there, you must be a part of them, or you must have had some link with them. Then you can go there. If you go there, they don't know you. They already suspect that you are on a mission. They will start questioning you.
So a follow-up question to what Sekou just asked, because we're seeing similar thing like that in the campus where the guys have their own maybe a place where someone when they steal motorbike or some of the things they carry there. Have you also seen similar thing like that? On that side?
And look, Mayborn, this is a crazy thing about it. There are people in the town and in other places, they are sitting when your material lost, Mayborn, just found the head for that. They even got head for them. They get the fast that is well known by the police. They get the deputy, they get their information minister. They got their own organization, Sekou. When anything gets missing from you, you go directly to the faster and say, this thing got missing from me, and it is in this community. The faster knows exactly who all were in that community that night. He called all of them. Those people that were assigned to that place, where is this thing? In the next 24 hours, they will find that thing, bring it. If that thing worth maybe $100 US, they will say, find something. You have to pay like $50 or $60 and reclaim your property.
What?
I'm telling you, I'm saying this for free.
I mean, you're talking about this is happening in Zwedu too?
It's happening in Zwetu. It's happening everywhere.
Wow.
Seriously?
You know, one of the reasons why we decided to be discussing these society ills, because some of them, the government people, they know, and they do nothing about it. Some of them, they don't know. But when we're talking about it, when we expose some of these things, it kind of claim their attention and saying that, okay, because if they imagine having those kind of like, we call them organized crime. They organize themselves. They will, harass people. They will steal from people. They could even involve in armed robbery or daylight robbery, or they will kind of like hijacking people's stuff from them. At the end of the day, you know exactly where they are, who they are, and police are aware of them, and they do nothing about it. You are muted, Sekou. You are muted. You are muted. Let me see.
Get that out. Sorry.
Okay.
In fact, 2 days ago, there's a lady who worked with Save the Children. I don't want to call where she stays right now, but I passed by her and I went to drop the director of press for the Minister of Internal Affairs, one of my friends, Nathaniel. They came to Zwedu of recent, and I went to drop him back to the guest house. I saw this very lady standing on the road, and I told her, wait for me. Let me drop this man, then I will drop you in town. She said, okay. When I entered the fence, She was already on another bike going. I don't know what kind of discussion she had with that particular boy who was carrying her. She entered in one of the guest houses to see her friends, and then when she came out, she had this handbag on her. They hauled that lady in a corner, took that bag from her check.
Hmm.
They hurt her on her knee. She got big sore on her knee, on the arm, because she didn't want to release it until she released that bag, but she had bruises on her and so on.
Sheku, are you telling me my own Zweju?
Your Zweju, my Zweju.
Hey, I came up. Go ahead, my brother.
It's happening here.
Wow.
Mhm.
So, you know what we're going to do today? This is going to be people's driven show. So we're going to open the lines to listen to our Liberian people, especially in Liberia first. Let everybody tell what is the ills in their own society. What are they saying on a daily basis? What are things that are really, really scaring them? I mean, these things are very, very bad. But when we talk about it, they kind of claim the government attention and they will do something about them. So, Seiko, I want you to make sure you get your things ready. We're going to
Yeah,
be
that's
opening the line very, very
that's
soon.
go for the charger.
Yeah. So this is bad, and I want to encourage our people to call in. Let us know what is bad in your community and what we can do together, whether it's the government or we as people, whatever we can do to somehow mitigate these bad things in our community, how we can be helpful. And one of the good things is if you having some issues in your society or in your community, feel free to call on the radio station. If you are a victim, call and narrate your story so that other people can be able to prevent it from happening to them. If one area is bad, you have been victimized by those people, let us know so that others can hear you. You know, this is bad. Okay, I'm hearing myself. Seku, whatever adjustment you're doing, I was hearing myself. Okay, much better. I was hearing myself for a second. I'm not going to meet you because I want to make sure you fix it before we start taking calls. So, maybe another issue that I really, really am interested in is that what is making our children to be involved, girls' children to be involved in so much prostitution? I'm told that underage girls, teenagers, are also involved in prostitution. And it seems like people think these things are normal. Okay, poverty is the key, but what are we doing as people to first some of those things? You, as the man, you go on the street to look for a woman. You found a teenager, little girl that's supposed to be sleeping, studying to go to school the next day, standing on the street looking for money, using their body. You, as the man, you know very well you wouldn't want to see your daughter in that kind of position. You don't want that. But yet you take advantage of other people's daughter. You, if you're a young man, you know if that's your sister, you will not be happy about it. We know how we the guys, how we can be jealous of our sisters, even on the right way. What about you, a man, forgetting that you have a sister or a mother, or you have a daughter? Encouraging those little children, little girls, instead of giving them, hold on, Lawrence, yesterday was giving us some problem. So instead of you say, hey, hold this $10, hold this $20, go home. I don't want to see you here. The next time I see you, I'm going to call the police for you. But some of these guys, shamelessly, they will go and sleep with those kids. How do you feel? Because if somebody is trapped engaging in prostitution, and they got no client, they will go home. But you are the one encouraging those things. Some older guys, some who have refused to marry, they go and sleep with those little kids on the street for little or nothing. These are some of the bad things that I really want to see eradicated in our society. It's bad. But anyway, let's go to the line. Let's go to Sekou. We will open it up. Lauren, anyway, before we go to the line, Lauren, how you doing? Before we go to Sekou, to open the lines. I know you've been trying to make it, but you finally made it.
Yeah. I thought you even asked me about that, but I know whether Lauren come in, they'll chip in for maybe for 1 minute and tell you about what's happening when it comes to that.
Okay. Go ahead.
Well, Mr. Kane, it's good to be on the show this evening. Good evening, Korma, Mabel, what's up, Chief German? How's everything going on? Okay. Yeah, at least thank God we are back on the show to educate our people. Mr. Kane, you just hit the point because right now, the issue about the older people going around a small girl, that enjoyment for them, that is in the country. You go to the Vera Entertainment Center, you see these small girls in the street sitting with some of the older papi there at the entertainment center. They call them golpa because the man can give money. Even if you get a late girlfriend, you get a fool, and the man get a fool leave it. You will try to face the law, but it will not work. So you just hit the nail to the rightful place, Mr. Kane. They think it's getting too much in the country. They try to call them golpa because they can spend the money. So if you have a relationship with them and you can't afford, just make sure that you lose that relationship because the golpa will be pumping the money, face the room, get the flat screen, the S-bars, put it in the house so that one part leave it.
Where you can expose some of those old guys?
But the whole thing about it, Mr. Kane, even the children themselves, their parents don't have anything to say. The parents appreciate it. They happy, sir. Some of the in-laws, they happy to see their children with the people. They happy. So you're not going to call no, you go call no, they carry you to court.
It's an opportunity for them. The fact that a big man will come across your and in the kind of make time.
One of my brothers
They
just
use
said
it as an opportunity.
I mean, if you're not speaking, please unmute your phone because I'm hearing myself. I don't know. Sekou, somebody just said that even government officials are doing it. Why? They don't want to be setting an example.
So yeah. So Sekou quickly. Maybe one of the examples I can maybe use, like my colleagues just said, like for example, the missionary, right, Lucas Ritchie. So sometimes people will say, oh yes, maybe the parents themselves, right? You know, sometimes when they give their girl children who are below the age of 16, 17, or some of 15, 14 in the name of, because maybe that person have money. But for me,
so the family can be aware, family can get involved with it too.
Some of them. Look at Rachel's case is just an example that we can use. The family aware of Lucas Rachel's been married, and they agree that they want their daughter to get married to him. So that I think sometimes some of the parents themselves they are aware of some of these things. But mind you, let me just go straight quick before we give Vincent more chance. Look, Sekou, you just named everything. It is frustrating. There are so many clubs or entertainment centers that when you go to at night, you see girls below 18 years old. In fact, so sometimes I want to ask you, girl children that are supposed to be in school, people that we call the future leaders are now the ones that even enjoying the future before that time. So then what are we? So like, in fact, We don't got no future leader. I mean, you make it clear. We don't have no future leader
Yeah.
anymore. Exactly.
Maybe I won't call it. You eat a reset before reset period.
Yeah. So, gentlemen, let's welcome Brazilian Monk. How you doing, my brother?
I'm enjoying and following the conversation. It's a very interesting conversation. And it's another day to be on SKTV. We thank the Almighty God, no matter how you see him or how you call him or how you worship him, it's the same God. And to our listening audience, once again, another beautiful day to be on SKTV. And we are here to give you unbiased analysis as always, every day on SKTV. Yeah.
Thank you so much. So, gentlemen, I hope I'm allowed to drink, in my red cup. like the hot ginger inside. So,
you know one thing I noticed. You know one thing I noticed when you live in the Western world, right? You know why people always got problem with people in the West? When you grow up in a particular society and you travel halfway across the world and you see the way people do things, they have a profound impact on your life. You start questioning where you came from. You start questioning how you've been living. Look, poverty is a bad thing. Poverty will make you to compromise on your principle. We went to a gathering one time. I told a lady, I said, she was complaining about this teen-age prostitution back home. I said, man, they got something they call the Maslow hierarchy of need. Every human being got a basic survival instinct. I said, the reason during your days that prostitution was not rampant. People had jobs. People are living better life. People used to come to this country just for visit and go back home. You were getting everything from your parents. Unlike the kids that were born after the war. Now, I'm not a crusader for prostitution, but situation will force you into a situation you cannot handle. You get a get child as a father, never been employed for the past decade or 2 decades. No hope of even feeding your children in the morning when they break. You cannot even afford basic meal. What do you think is going to happen to your guest children? You think you're going to oppose ever all the child to go into prostitution? No. What would be your stand? You cannot even provide a basic for them. Let's talk about paying their school fees, and you got maybe a 15 or 16-year-old dollar in the society where you see that one of the reasons in this country they say pocketbook issue always determine election because job is the biggest social program on the planet. When in the absence of job, you don't have a society because even the family that they say is the most important unit in the society, without job, the family cannot even hold. So think about the family, and from the family, that had a community, from the community to the city, to the towns, and the whole country get damaged. So they think about employment opportunity and making life better for people. It affects everybody. It's not politics. So the same people who come here and be playing, oh, you guys don't present solution. Look, my brother, one of my older brother called me yesterday. He said, Cyrus, the conversation to even move that bro forward, we haven't begun that conversation yet. I'm talking about the action. Just the conversation of people to say, you know what? We are not doing things the right way. Let me change the way how we do things. We even started here. Anyway, guys, it's sad, but that's the reality.
Yeah, we have a long way to go. So let's get to hear from our people. Let's listen to the Liberian people. What is the problem in your community, in your society, in your city? What are some of the ills that you think that needs to be discussed so that we can see how we can eradicate these or those ills from our society? So Liberia as a whole, let's talk. Open the lines. Let's hear from our people. So you're muted again, Sekou.
088-114-3504 0776-105-105. Lawrence, please mute yourself if you can.
Yeah, please. Everybody, let meet ourselves.
14-3504 776-105-105. We'll go to the line. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Charles Cooper. I call personally from Curtisburg City.
Charles, welcome. Let's hear you.
Let me say thank you to the discussion. I think you guys put it right. You see, my brother, our country is very loose. Sorry to say, but the country is extremely loose. The country has become overwhelmed with the level of looseness that exists in our country, my brother.
Okay.
There's a lot of vices in our country that are derailing the development of our country. Like you guys were talking about children below the age of 18 going to nightclubs, to bars and everything. And there are laws on the boat that prohibit these things. But who cares? I want to talk about walk to one of the nightclubs or bar at the Duper Road Junction. And I saw a girl who was just around 14, 15, 16. A man who is 40 years. That thing got me angry. I went to the bartender and asked her if there was that prohibit children from going to that club. I was too angry, my brother, but I could not take the law into my hand because I'm not a law enforcer. A girl who is around 15, 16 years is with caring born her father or mother. So it tells you the kind of level our country is on now, my brother, to Liberia problem. I think I will let Jesus Christ solve it. I don't know.
Thank you. Let's take another pricing. Hello.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
Please lower the volume of your radio. I'm getting feedback from you, yeah?
Okay, sir. You getting me now?
I'm hearing you. Just go away from your radio a little bit. Your name, what you calling from?
My name is Gabriel SBN, and I join you from the Matadi, Belni Matadi, Pontitan.
Gabriel, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thanks for the discussion on board today. I'm very excited that you are our bigger brothers that brought this thing out today, because for us, we pass around. For me, I don't go to club. But when I see some people, even some 15, 16, 12, even 12 years old, you see them holding phones. Where you going? I go in the club. And when you ask them, my man tell me to go, my father tell me to go. And these days, most of our parents are giving us the chances. They say, oh yeah, you're going to enjoy yourself today, your class party, today your other party. From there, most of the children can start joining in things that they're not supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, most of them, because if I see my friend going on campus, I see them dress the way they dress, and then I go tell my pastor or my mama, say, Mama, like, I see clothes I want. That woman or that man should be having a second thought that if I buy similar clothes for my child, they will go astray, because they will start selling about it in the street.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't do it. You will see the person will get deep and bad, they get things there on there, and then when they go, you know that men have put to court for that. The person like 16 years old got a big body, but they will not care about the issue. All they know, they want to do woman business, they want to do men business. They will go right there and approach that child.
So what you know go dig my bag? Is that close?
Clothes are open from the back. Like those tight clothes. Yeah.
Thank you.
But somebody about dig my bag, you bring the hoop.
Me, I'm old school. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
This is Abdullah Kiazolo calling from Kitman, Pisage, Lasso Highway.
Wow.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I tell you people, thank you for the topic on our discussion.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to pray hard for Liberia, that's all.
Okay.
Because if you will not do that, then we see, God forbid, we see Liberia.
Okay.
Because it's a time now for us to come together and pray hard for the nation. So that all I need to tell everybody.
Thank you very much. Put your calls on 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. Hello. Okay. Let's take this pricing if we can. 0881 1435 04 0776 105 105. I'll keep calling the numbers. Oh my God. This pricing. Hello?
Yeah, how are you, brother?
I'm okay. Your name, where you calling from?
Word, I'm Archie Chito, calls from the Banos.
Actually, welcome. Let's hear you.
Word, I mean, look, I'm actually monitoring this radio the topic. You see, the issue with our kids, especially the female children, brother, honestly, there is something the parent got to do.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the parent as a whole is not only the person who gave birth to that child. No. A child can be disciplined by friends, family members, neighbors.
Okay.
Parents cannot do all. So sometimes when people blame the parent, I also blame the people who owns the entertainment center in other areas. Now, there's maybe some other colors don't want to mention places name, but they know. I think you guys self over there know.
No, you
All
can
them
call some other places if you think.
all the pool area, you go there, you see children under the age 15, 13. They're naked. They got men having them in the pool broad day. People know these things.
Mm.
And they don't stop it. On the proprietor of this, their mind is to get finance. They don't. So if you spoiling another person, child, just knows that your own out there too. It's gonna be spoiled one way or the other. So we as Liberian, we have to work as Liberian, not seeing things and avoiding it. This not my this not supposed to be me. I'm not the one supposed to be doing this. It's wrong.
Okay.
You know, yeah? All these guys then they say they man that bouncer he to the other club. He's the bouncer, he restrain who's the those things are just lie. The bouncers that need a little girl. So he ain't gonna stop off from coming in. There's the kind of the life we live in around here. And the issue of the cell phone. The cell phone, we have to restrain the children. Don't mind the white people. The way our children using the phone, yeah, that's not how they're using it out there. So that's it, bro. That's my own little advice. We all have to work as teams.
Okay, so besides your advice, what other society ills you know about? What other society problems you would like to, flag out on this show?
Yeah. You got the well man will tell you, say, I got child right.
Okay.
But I see the well man. I tell you, my brother, he can squeeze a child more. He's out. Don't mind him.
Thank you.
Mind him.
Thank you.
Right. Not working in their countries.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening.
Please amplify your voice, please.
Yeah, thank you so much. Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, Lorenzo Babenjima is my name, and I'm calling from Ravi. How are you this evening?
Lorenzo, welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you so much. The issue you put discussing is very important.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to say is that let us discuss the root cause of what underage children are loitering in the street, carry on prostitution. Let's discuss the root cause.
Mm-hmm.
The root cause is because our leaders, they are not sincere to us. Poverty is eating parents up. So if they have a girl child, they will push them into the street.
Okay.
They'll go to the other one. I think that is the root cause. And we shouldn't just leave it and discuss this, the suffix and say, why the children are going in the street and this and that. Because some parents, they don't have it. It is a one girl child because she's not getting anything. The piece of cake we all have to share. Our leaders, they pack it for themselves, take their children, get the best of it.
Mm-hmm.
So our girls' children, they are not protected. So I think the root cause of this thing is because corruption is eating us. Corruption gave birth to so many acts.
Yeah.
Some of the thing is prostitution, corruption, disrespectful to parents. These are so many reasons. Because, hello.
I'm here.
Because when you have your girl child, she needs allowance. She has to take care of herself. She have her classmate, they are getting the best meal. So they don't have it. So they need to look up to themselves because if the parent has to give their children allowance or girl children allowance, so not done. It will not be.
So we say peer pressure. We say peer pressure is taking them that way.
Taking in that way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take another person if we can. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Zion, and I speak from Chikisu Factory MTA community.
Let's hear you. Welcome.
Yeah. I listened to one of the callers who just left the line. He said, when we're talking these things, we should look at the root cause of the identical things that are going on in our country, like children getting on the street.
Mm-hmm.
One of the main key factors of children getting on the street because of the poverty rate in our country.
Yeah.
You find out that parents, they are not working, they don't have it. And they have 4 to 5 living children, and the children living with them. When the father cannot provide, when the father cannot provide a good care for his children, you find out that the female and that of the male children will get on the street. Peer pressure will carry them. They will follow friends. They will go places that they're not supposed to go. Of the day, some of the drugs that people taking around here, push and that or zombie, they will take it. When you go to Dubo Road Junction, when you go to Broad and Johnson Street, the very club that can sleep on at night, you will see a lot of children, both female and male, underage children, they are cropping, they are doing prostitution life just to survive because their parents don't have. Some of the parents surviving on the underage children to feed their home because the parents aren't working, the parents don't have. Because one of the best things, if the government can help and make our people home look lively, where every parent have the opportunity to enjoy and every children to enjoy, definitely. Some of the things that we see on the street today, we will never see it.
Okay,
But because of the property rate, people don't have it. And what we see, all of these things are happening on the streets
Thank
today.
you very
So
much.
thank you very much.
Let's take another pricing if we can. Hello.
Yeah, Mayborn Kula and the SKPD Radio, I want to say thank you very much for this program.
I'm hearing myself, Chief. Can you please go away from your radio or lower the volume of your radio?
Okay, you know, we all that is calling on the radio, we are missing a mark. We have to be steadfast.
Okay.
We need to be steadfast. We have law material too much. Even when you look at the biblical account, they say, go into the war and multiply.
Mhm.
Did they say that you should multiply above yourself? No, you got to multiply according to what you can handle. But we have taken the good thing that there is, everyone can participate in sex. That has been some of the biggest things. So I just came on this radio to read about, you know, I'm an old teacher. The educational sectors is completely rotten. Completely rotten, you know, it is rotten. No more education in this country. If we cannot stand firm, we cannot discipline our children, we will sell Nigeria, maybe we divide the money, we become a slave. Until we can do that.
Okay.
The church leader, that was from the church leader. We are the same problematic people in this country. We want to send the people to go. You know, imagine a pastor will dress fine, but the members are not dressing. What's the problem? We need to look at them on the corruption. Thank you very much, my brother.
Thank you. What a way forward. Hello. Hello. Yeah, I think it will be fine as you identify the problem. Then at least just take few seconds and also recommend the way forward, and that will be okay. Trust me. You put your calls on 0881 1435 04, 0776 105 105. Let's hear you. What are some of the society problems you can identify in your homes, in your community, the country at large? We've been talking about sexual exploitation and abuse, you know, and we'll also be talking about the issue of this drug issue in our country. Like,
So Seko, while we wait the next call, all right?
Yeah.
What about teachers taking money from students for grade? Or what about teachers having sex with female students for grade?
For grades. Let's take this person.
Are those things still happening in Labrador? Right now?
Yeah, I'm sure. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, name where you calling from?
Rufus Aaron calling from Jacob Time.
Welcome, Rufus. Let's hear you. Just amplify your voice a little bit, yeah?
Okay. Thank you so much for the topic on discussion.
Mm-hmm.
Today, we are seeing the little children doing all the messed up things. People are testing the education, what have you, is messed up and things. But I want to draw your mind back. If you can look around the Liberian or neighboring countries, the teenage pregnancy and the teenage movement into the streets today is more difficult in other around us.
Mm-hmm.
What do we mean? On the day of Charles Taylor time, my brother once told me that they brought a vaccine and the vaccine will take effect on women and their children, even on boys' children. Today, you put them in a house. Once they know that they have a voice of woman in their ear, they will bust that house and come out and find that lady and do whatsoever shameful business they want to do. And these are things, these are things that I look at when he told us that day, his son with the late Moses Black. And he said, before this thing, it will carry Labrador back. And this thing, they happen when the children will never hear anybody. The recent chancellor is saying that he will be in the country from now to 2024 vision he's talking about. This vaccine will destroy Liberia or Liberians. And I for sure, I saw it, and it's going on. You see, the children are high. Why you think that the children never for war when they say, I will juke you, they will juke you? This thing, it takes effect. It takes very, very bad effect on us. Okay, look at the video. Even the music they play today, the music, it discredit the whole human nature. Then the video again, make it more, us. You see? So these things we have to look at. Even that day, gathering, we're thinking about what information minister is doing to deal or video recording coming to Liberia, or how you call it, music then are playing in the streets, disgracing the how you call human wood and things. What are they doing with it? These are things that you should also look at it. Because if you are wanting to put any mechanism in place, these things, the shameful things should be able to leave the streets. You see that? You just look down the line, the musical line, you will exactly know what I'm talking about.
What vaccine got to do with people's behavior?
Thank you.
Vaccine?
Yeah, good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
My name is Momoke Bauer. I'm coming from Chime Record, calling from New Matari.
Nimba County?
New Matari.
New Matari. Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, what I would like to say is this. For we, the Liberians, we have turned away from God. So that is, we are facing a lot of challenges and problems. You see, the Bible says that man shall not live by bread alone, but need every word of God. But today, there are people who don't even have time for the word of God. They don't read the Bible. They don't pray. The majority of our parents, they don't know Christ. They don't know the importance of Christ dying on the cross. And this nation was built on a Christian principle, but later, when our president, Samuel Kando, changed it to secular state.
Hey, Chief, I beg you, man. I beg you, I will your fool. Yeah. I will your fool, Chief. Thank you, yeah?
You all know history teacher, yeah. Doesn't know history good.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Hello?
Yeah, your name, where you calling from?
Ishmael B. Mayengo calling from Duboro.
Ishmael, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, regarding the topic on discussion, there are a lot of social problems like brain agriculture with my attention have been drawn to drugs addiction.
Okay.
That one of the things the government really needs to take into action is to carry on public awareness on drug abuse.
Okay.
If it even calls for Ministry of Education to amend the constitution about the correct institution, wherein they will teach about drugs and the impact of drugs addictions or drugs abuse will be more helpful to the public. Our young brothers are dying every day, and society is declining. Young people, we are the future and the engine of this society. If these people, which is our elderly ones in our leader, can move or the rest trajectory in years or decades to come or centuries to come, where will we be? That will be nowhere. It is true that drugs addiction is everywhere. Every Sierra Leone, Madam Bio have announced just as a state of emergency. But regardless of that, our government is very interested to take action. Even that living in Duboro, our human community, I know how deadly it is. Our young women and our young brothers, they are all on the street taking jobs. It's too sad, honestly. So it will be better. The only way we can put measures in place for me, one of the most remedy is to carry on practically the drugs awareness. And secondly, to even teach about drugs addictions in the influence of drug in the right institution will be helpful to the society and the young generation.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Sekou, can you imagine the people got all kinds of way they can do it? They're putting it in a canyon or they're now putting it in milk candy.
Seriously, yes, indeed, and that one the bad thing about it.
You got like where you go party, they give you pepper soup. You take that as
I have a question for the three of you. I'm talking about Lawrence and Melbourne and Sekou. Before I make that, I ask that question. Let me say this to the fact that Truth FM did not do the regular news bulletin today. They want us to continue with the show.
Okay.
So these are very, very important conversation, and I think they want the community to listen and hear it. So my question to all of you guys, I know you guys are still young. I'm not sure whether all of you go to club, but do you know what is the age limit in order for you to go to club? In America here, a lot of people, you got to be 20 to even enter club, and 21 to allow them to even buy a drink. So do we have an age limit or criteria in Liberia? If so, what is the age limit in order for you to be able to go to club?
Some places they tell you they don't want children, but I don't know how they define their own. We don't want children to enter. It's still playing on me because they look at your titty first and look at your butt.
They don't look at ID. The titty in your behind that is the ID there.
They look at the butt once everything outside and your, how they call it, the height. What are you even 12 or 13? They open it to you. I mean, yeah. But some places they can say 18 years. But how do they identify you to be 18 years? Now, this is a crazy part about it. One of the things that make you, for people to know that you are 18 years is if you have a voting card. Now, the politicians have played on the kids to the point the children can be 12 years old. They take them to the voting site, the registration site. What they will do and how they can do it, I don't know. There are kids in this place that are not even quite 14 years. They have 18 years voting ID card.
What?
So if you stop somebody from entering the club, you say that child, then the person show you the ID card, see my age. You let them go in. So the place is completely corrupt. Too much corrupt. Anything that not correct is corrupt. That's how the country is. It corrupt to the point the parents are corrupt. It corrupt to the point the teachers are corrupt. It corrupt to the point the drivers, the pimping riders, the security sector, every single individual in this country, including the media ourselves, we are so corrupt. Some places we go, when you not get all cattle, we can't carry your story. Our work is to carry story. We run behind it. When we get there, you not get all that cattle to pay our way to come back home. Because in our various institutions, they're not even paying all correct money. So there are journalists who work in this country, they're not getting quite 5,000 LD a month. Thank you.
Wow.
So when
all
you
right.
go to storage, they're not getting a problem. What's your call? 081 14 35 04 0776 105.
Are we taking call? No, are we taking call or you want to hear our side of the questions?
Because Lawrence on the
question. Yeah. So Sekou, please pause a little bit. Thank you, Sekou, for that question. And I think the age range is 18 years. and above. Even the alcohol or the beverages, when you check on it, they will tell you for 18 years and above. But then
Also,
again,
18 years can drink in a club in Liberia?
yeah, 18 years. Yeah, 18 years can drink. I think that's the age range. For me, that's what I've been seeing from time in, time out. I don't see no age like maybe what happened okay, Akon where he said only 21 can enter. But for us here, for 18 years, we can go. But again, like my colleague just said, or Shiku just said, sometimes because of the bar system, there's no security that even in fact no one care. That's the thing. No one care about all of these things. Christmas Day, let me be frank and just say on the radio. Christmas Day, where maybe we the Christian we observe as national maybe or celebration for Jesus Christ. You will see our children moving from club to club. And nobody can even restrain them. We will be on the same radio that my brother was saying. Oh yeah, we will be on the same radio. We'll be talking back to back, appealing to the national police, the national security, talking to the parents that go for your children. They are all in the streets. They are all in the clubs. And it's bad, Seku, that nobody cares. Even if you go to a club tonight, nobody going to ask you that, for example, even the state security officer working, to the extent that even you and myself, let me save. You and myself, if go to a club, that even all as we are, when we go to a club, let me save. So-called will come and even beat on you and take your phone, even when you come out. So the entire life for us here is just, I don't know how to even describe it, but indeed it's for 18 years and above, according to the constitution and the best practice. Let me just say the best practice. So for me, I've been seeing 18 years old people like my brother was talking about. Brother Tupelo Joshua, one of the callers was mentioned about Tupelo Joshua. Indeed, look, we see a lot of young people, especially women, young girls below the age of 18 that go to club every night. And for me, it's just frustrating. It's bad that you see young women, girls who's supposed to be in school, you see them clubbing at the early age and time. It's just frustrating. So people club at their wish.
Thank you so much, Mabel. Let's hear from Lawrence. Lawrence, what do you know, man, in terms of the age limit?
Well, Mr. Kane, in this country, Liberia, there are some of the entertainment centers that will tell you person under 18 is not allowed to enter here. And most of the clubs have security. But here comes the problem. When it comes to the holiday, the Christmas, New Year 26, even November 29 celebration, the club can be packed, the street can be packed until the security, even at the gate of the entertainment center, can get tired asking questions. Some of them, the only thing they after for, they don't want to see with slippers to enter. They don't allow people to enter with slippers. Like for Bon Mice here, especially when it comes to the holiday celebration here. Normally, some years back, we used to see the police, when after 6 o'clock, the police would get in the street to grab the children there and carry them home. People who refuse to leave the street at that time, they will carry them to the police station. Your parents have to go to the police station to meet the police and talk with the police before they release the child. But this time around, few years down, the police are not ready doing it. And Bon Mice is a community where most of the time after holiday, you visit the police station, you hear about rape cases will be all around. And even the issue about electricity, there is no electricity. We don't have LEC. It was former President George Manuel Weah who provided few pieces of solar light along the main road. So it's very much hectic for us here. When it comes to holiday, you visit a small shop, you see children. You see children in the street. Some of these guys will be brave enough. They go buy the liquor, they get to the small child drink it, they go do something to the small child. So before the police were ready working, they used to be in the street after 6 o'clock. Anybody that arrest, they carry them straight to jail. But it's been a long time now. They are not ready to put that measure into place. But we hope and pray that this coming 26, the police, the joint security can see how best they can come back without force. Because the moment it used to be 5:30, you see the children, some of them leaving the street, they're going home. If you don't leave the street, police apprehend you, they carry you to the depot. Your parents have to go to the police station and meet them. So we pray now that system come back in Bon Mice, because the issue about electricity is a major challenge for us. And Bon Mice, everybody just one side. And anything can happen overnight, especially with these small girls, because they can be rampant. Once it's holiday, that one empire leave it. You can get 12-year-old child say, he said, go buy my Lego, to buy the brigade. No more restriction.
Oh, Thank you so much. Thank you so very much. Before we proceed, I want to welcome Steve. Steve, welcome. When you finish, you explain yourself. I don't know whether you explain tire with evidence or with no evidence, but what happened? What's going on? We were expecting you a while ago. Is everything okay?
Yeah. You know, I was trying to face things. I tried facing things, but since you and Melbourne connive and the ego that you have landed unceremoniously with all our acquiescence, and my woman who are watching, we are not knowledgeable of the fact that the ego landed and Melbourne is acting just to say the ego never land. Folks, public service announcement, the ego landed bigly, and we have been in negotiation with Melbourne now almost.
The trouble you put me in, I wouldn't go one no. You don't even know it. Let me just tell you, you Steve, you get problem.
Maybe not calling me off now. Let me talk. Are you scared?
So folks, the ego landed safely. I tried reaching Lawrence to find out if Lawrence got his Lawrence on the ego land, because the ego have Melbourne promised that we're going to land short. And even dependable nephew Sekou Kroma all the way in Grand Nigeria, I thought something dropped for him. I called him, but he didn't pick up. So I said, but how they many conspire against us? That Melbourne make it happen for them, and they refuse to answer our calls. So I was supposed, I'm supposed to check back in with Monday afternoon to give him final report of our findings, and we'll go in committee room and decide whether we'll hold 3 of them in contempt, because the ego Leonard and Melbourne just absconded. Absconded means the man run away, basically. So I mean, today, so big words were used because we are confused, we are perplexed, we are discombobulated, we don't know what's going on. We're very anxious and jittery for the fact that the ego Leonard, we haven't heard from Melbourne himself. So that's where we are, Mr. Kane. So putting all the documents and dossiers together got me for the show. We have compiled our files. We are ready to make the case.
Okay, thank you and welcome. I'm not sure where you're going with this whole BB book today.
And he don't do. You can't do. You keep doing a disservice to Melbourne, or you just keep putting the Melbourne on the bus for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, but President Mon, you know what happened? Anything coming from Steve against Melbourne, I can just be sitting there smiling and laughing, because Melbourne told me, say that he buffed the brother, that yeah, that he and the man on the partnership. But then me, I'm forming my own partnership with Lawrence and Sekou. Melbourne told me, say he, Steve, and Monk, they are the partners. So I'd rather go with Lawrence and
I
gave out. I don't even know which way to go now, because if my own bastard brothers will come here and say, and if I use all of the PB words on me, I was even thinking about asking the man now, how is our president? At least the man now coming to me with all the PB words. Well, I still thinking about enjoying my birthday, and all the people you see all the people on you now. Leave me alone. Let me enjoy my birthday. Let me enjoy the life, Steve. After your baby, please, may I beg you.
All right, so Steve, we're discussing society ills. We have a lot going on in Liberia and around the world. But today, we are not restricted to a particular topic, but many people are actually focusing on, the teenage prostitution in Liberia. And yesterday we talked a lot about police and, what they do, the way they take money from people, the way the police are not equipped. There's nothing like a 911 system in Liberia. And even if you call the police or something happened to you, you go to the police station, they want you to finance them first before they can even travel. I don't know the kind of country we have. And then we decided, like every Tuesday now, moving on, we will be discussing society issues, issues affecting our community. People have been calling, but we just stopped the call to kind of elaborate a little bit on what we've heard. So somebody said that Sekou was wrong for cutting the person off that we're talking about, how Liberia was funded on Christian principle. One president, Tamil Kendo, did X, Y, and Z. And then that person don't know say that if that person was speaking about Quran and the Bible and the rest of it. I don't think that was the reason why he cut him off, because it had nothing to do with religion. I think the guy was completely drifting from.
He was totally off topic. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's why.
So that person just missed the mark. I am a Christian. I am a Christian. I'm even a deacon in my church, and sometimes I even preach on the pulpit. So I don't know when it's yes, Sekou needs.
So because that person yes, Sekou, the person automatically talk Bishop Sekou Kurma, they automatically think you are a Muslim. But that was not even the point I'm trying to make. I was trying to make the point that the person should not think that the action was based on religion, issues. It was that the guy was completely,
He was not only off topic. His history also sucks.
Yeah, so that was the reason. So Steve, do you have something to say before we go back to the line?
Yes, I do have something to say in terms of the societal ills or whatever it is. From an international standpoint, I know there's a peace deal that is between Gaza with Hamas right now as we speak, and Israel. We like to keep you informed that they're working on that. Hopefully they will come to a resolution, because the lives of innocent people are taken in our part of the world, I'll say daily, based on the war that's going on. We hope that it will come to that ceasefire and peace deal so that they can, the thing can subside. It's not easy. So watching some of these footages, with children, women, just look, war. Let me just put it that way. Displacement are displacement. We who experience war, we who were displaced, we who live on refugee camps, we know what it means. We know what it means. War. There's no good war. And so sometimes we come here and we say some of the things we say because of the passion experiences we've had, and we don't want these things to be repeated. We're not saying it out of anger against Unity Party or a certain political leader or the president. No, we are saying these things because back in the days, maybe people know how to medium or these ways of communicating, or to inform the public, or to alert leaders. And so I'm very excited about that. I hope they will cement a deal. I hope they will segment a deal, and something will be fruitful out there, and people will return to some form of normality in our part of the world. Now, speaking of Liberia, Mr. Kane, sometimes we don't like to say some of these things because it gets overshadowed by politics and other things. But the truth of the matter is, whatever is going on now, it's not a Joseph Boakai administration's fault. Let me be clear on it. It's not a Unity Party administration's fault. Yes, we could say maybe the Unity Party-led government, or Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, directly or indirectly contributed to it, but yet and still, this is not mutually exclusive to one government. Neither was it a George Weah government's fault. Now, it all stems back to something that we overlooked, and I said earlier, the war. I personally, knowing what I know, knowing some of the documents I've read, and understanding this field, I personally know that this particular situation became a total mess during the DDD program after the war. Now, during the war, it got exacerbated because some of the military personnel were using drugs. Some of the young people who fought were on drugs and on other substances. Let me say this to you guys. Some of you don't even know, even in the US here, when people go to fight war, they take substances on the battlefront so they can't sleep. Because war, you can't sleep on the front. You don't know what other. So some of them, when they leave from there, they become addicted to these things. And so some of these young people and some of these older folks now that we see, they came with that addiction. Now, here's where the DDD program had a serious problem. We overlooked it at the time because some people were not looking at the future generation. They were mostly focused on coming to power and legislate the peace. They were not focusing on addressing this critical part of the human development, the human capacity at that time. So what they were doing, you can't get some more money, and you can't get your arm, they gave you some more money. So the DDD program, wherein they were doing rehabilitation, whatever, failed. It failed massively. And the reason why it failed let me say this to the people of Liberia. There is no counseling, no therapy, nothing that you can do from a psychological standpoint out of the context of your culture that will be effective. It will never be effective. So you can bring somebody from Washington, D.C. to come and say they come and provide therapeutic service to somebody in Monrovia or somebody all the way in Tucson, Grand Gila. First of all, that person does not understand our culture. So for our people to gravitate towards and to even buy into what they're saying will be a struggle. And there was a time limit and a time frame for the DDD program, and these people left our people hanging. So these low-hanging fruits, some of the drugs and so forth, some of these people never went through proper detox. Some of the people never received the services they should have received. Look, let me say this to all of you guys. The Native American in the country, the American Indians in the country, they have something we call generational trauma. You know what I mean for you to stand there, somebody rips your mind in front of you? You know what I mean? You really know what I mean? You have no understanding of this thing. And so it is bigger than we see. So, plus, the thing that makes it even worse, when you are in a society where there is no jobs, where the economic issue is hard, people graduate from colleges, people are able-bodied men, they can't find work to do. The issue of drugs and other things, they will turn to it. And the issue of prostitution. Mr. Kane, the last time I was in Labrador, I'm not going to call date here for security reasons. There's some things that I saw. You know, I see the DEA, I see them, you know, moving around. Look, this needs to have a holistic approach. There has to be some serious programs implemented, and it even has to do with the involvement of the citizen. For example, nobody should send underage children to go and buy alcohol. Nobody should do that. But in Liberia, it is very common. Your mom or your pa will be saying, actually, they send a 10-year-old to go to the next necklace. In fact, the necklace, for every year you pass, someone at entertainment center is around. That is a sign of addiction. The entire country is addicted to some kind of substance. So this is bigger than we think. Look, I will say this on here. If we do not tackle this thing and we overlook this thing, this is a generational problem we have on our hands. And so the issue of wherever you find these addiction, substance use, or whatever it is, the issue of prostitution will be at a rise. You're not talking about the one in Monrovia, or you're not talking about the one in BB cities. What's about the level of prostitutions and other things that are going on? And guess what? STDs and other illnesses will accompany some of these things. So we have a big problem on our hands. And when I'm discussing some of these things, I don't like to make it political. I don't want to get anything that has to do with politics involved into it, because this is where we prepare for the future. This is where we address critical national issues. And I'd encourage any government to not be lackadaisical about this. Play a role if you need to get experts. You know, doing the job we are led administration, I spoke to somebody who was close to them. And somebody told me, oh, you know, we won't reach out to some of you, but you're critical on the government. So, and they put in, I won't reach out to. I told the president, I said, who told you I really care? Who told you I really care about you? I will come on the radio, I will criticize you if you're a criminal. If you behave criminally, me, I will criticize you. But it's hard for now, I'm a professional. If you come to do a professional job, we come to an agreement, I will help as much as I can. But because you say, I criticize the government, so the government not comfortable with me, I said, then the government not mean well for the people. There are a lot of Liberians here. There are other professionals around the world that we can reach out to. Look, this is a serious problem. This is a serious problem. And let me say this. I don't want to take anything away from the DA. I know they're trying to show off or whatever it is. But let me say this. There has to be a comprehensive approach to attacking them. You can't attack it from one end and leave another end loose. There has to be a serious roadmap. That's why when the gender minister, Honorable President George Weah, presented that roadmap, I told them say it was a joke. In fact, it's on a page. I was one of the very first people that criticized and said it was a joke. It was not going anywhere. Nothing was going to come from out of it. Because, in fact, the plan was not realistic. It was not feasible. It's not achievable. There was no time for it. They just did it at that time just for showmanship or whatever it is. So we have a big problem on our hands. And in fact, if you go to the MCC scorecard, one of the places they've always held us on a job we are led government, whatever it is the area of human capacity building. Apart from the human right, go check it. The MCC scorecards. Go check it. We have always failed in that area. You know why? Because we have not done the necessary things to do this. Look, jumping around, going to ghetto and passing and giving color, whatever it is. Listen, they're not doing nothing. That Ben A you putting on the so first of all, they put who giving the color to the Zogo and whatever it is. When the Zogo and eating that color and they get strong, guess what they having? They're going back to go over more drug to hustle. So these things are minute. Delon and Bain, one small center and graduating 1 or 2 people. Look, there has to be a holistic approach. There has to be a serious plan, and we have to tackle the as a nation. That includes the Ministry of Health. Look, the Ministry of Gender. Everybody must be on board, and the nation must be on board to fight this thing. That small thing will get our hand. Let me say it again. That small thing. Today we're joking. The other time, Representative Chairman Musa Belede were on here. Openly, he admitted, he told the word and the Liberian people that his son is impacted by the issue of drugs and addiction. It's not a joking thing. Today, that one person will laughing before you make up your mind will be your family member, and the thing is spreading. And the government needs to get serious too. From the other end, the government needs to tackle people that are bringing the drug in there. It needs to stop. Then we fight it from within. Then we involve these different ministries. Look, you got nurses here, you got healthcare professionals here, you got other things that you can do. The government needs to take the thing serious, my people. They need to take the thing serious. So, you know, when it comes to the thing, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart because there's a lot we can offer to help our people to get some of these things, you know, taken care of. But sometimes it gets lost in the politics. You know, it gets lost in the politics to the point that we don't even prioritize these things. These are some of the things we need to be prioritizing, my people. No government official should be involved with any kind of drug business. Even for the DA to come and say, oh, they need the other operation drug, Finabono. They're not joking thing in there. They're not joking thing in there. So we need to be careful about the things we say when it comes to these things, but we also need to be deliberate and go after these things and attack them with everything. Let's invest the resources needed. Let's do it. Let's get serious. Let's develop the programs that are needed to help our people on their side in America. Let me tell you today, you know how many money the people are allocating for the issue of drugs and substance abuse in this country? It's a serious thing. And homelessness, because the thing comes with different things. It comes with homelessness. It comes with prostitution. It comes with you born children, unwanted children. It comes with, look, it destroys the fabric of the nation. Apart from the poor, then we are in a poor country. So it even makes it worse. So all these little children that you see involved with prostitution and other things, truly speaking, they are addicted to some of these things. So they will, whatever you do, they will revert to it. It takes time, it takes resources, and so forth. So, I mean, we have a problem on our hands. I really hope, you know, we can do it. This is where we become patriotic to help our country. But when you have a government, why would you say something because you criticize and they say, oh, you criticized before, so we can listen to what you got to say. Well, that's fine. That is fine. But one thing I can say, if you think I will start criticizing you, that when you're wasting your time, I will criticize you. But I will also tell you the truth. And if you need my help, my professional experience, I can help. I can provide the necessary service. That's what I do. That's what I know how to do. But to say I will shut up my boy and go sit there and say, oh, you got to fall in line. That's what George Weah people told me. Oh, my man, one reach out, boy, and they put and say, yeah, you're too critical on that show. So I told you, I said, what didn't concern me? You not see me before I call you. I don't call you. I don't worry about that thing. You'll be on it. You tell the whole country, you made the whole country into Zogo land. That's fine. So, I mean,
so yes. So, Steve, I want to ask you this question. So, moving forward, what maybe someone will want to know as to what are some of the things that you think of maybe that we people or citizens that we're lacking, and you think that we can put together to make sure that some of the things that we're talking about will not happen, or will not see them, you know, or maybe it'll be a little bit eradicated, or maybe it will be reduced. Let me just make it simple. It will be reduced. Not the way it's look.
Before Steve, I agree with Steve, where he stated from the initial of his discussion about the DDRR. You know, they requested for 50 million for that process. 23 million came for the process. And when the 23 million came, they had 3 Katuma sites in Liberia. Now they did the disarmament. They did a demobilization. But one very important thing that they didn't do was the rehabilitation process. And before you have done the rehabilitation, there was something called the psychosocial counseling. Because boys, some of the women who were involved into the process, they were using gunpowder. That gunpowder, they can open it. That bullet, they can open it, the powder that inside, they boil it with water and drink it. We saw these things. Some of them, when they took those things, those substances, they were so vigorous in the process, they didn't care who they were killed. So there needed to be a very serious psychosocial counseling. And after the psychosocial counseling, the government did agree to send these people to school and also give them jobs. They did not rehabilitate the people, then they reintegrated them into society. Now look, brothers, even some of us that were trained as carpenters, as masons, you didn't give us jobs. You were afraid to give us jobs in various companies because you still feel that we have that tendency of firing guns. We still have that thinking of being very, very, arrogant. So you are afraid to employ some of us in society. Now, you left us alone. We are used to the street. We can't get food to eat. We can't do anything. What happened is we're going to get into armed robbery. We're going to get involved into stealing, and we're going to get involved into harassment of other people. So this government needs to look at the rehabilitation aspect, and yes, they come back to see if they can carry on psychosocial counseling for these victims of violence. Other than that, we are building small monsters in this country. Steve, every county you go, the last time I sat down with the information minister for the disadvantaged youth, we call them the Zogo. There's a lady in America who sent, money to buy 2 bales of Dogaflare and see what I could share on them for 26 celebrations, sometimes last year. When I went to share the clues on the boys, the information minister told me that the statistics they got in their hand for Grand Vide, there are 5,400 disadvantaged youth we call Zogo, the one he got control over. Can you imagine that? 5,400 persons. He have their numbers, those who got number, he got their listing, and he can tell you where they are located, where he can find them. What happened to Sando, where they have diamond mine and gold mine? What happened to River G, where they have diamond mine and gold mine? Then they are focusing only on Monrovia, and it's not going to help with Steve. While they are focusing on Monrovia to score political goals, they are forgetting to know that they are raising a lot of anaconda from this point. The day the various areas, the rural areas start to wake up with the kind of tension from these boys, that's when people will get to know that we would have paid attention to these boys. And this is what they do to them, Steve and the rest of the team. During these elections, we saw some of the people, if they are dissatisfied, they see people who are connected to these boys they call Zogo, money in their accounts. One of the politicians, I'm not going to call his name, in fact, on the show, during the election period, he even bought motorbike for them. He said they should be running it. That was beautiful. That was fine. But what plan did you put in place? Did you buy a land? Did you build a place? Have you brought skill training activities for them so that they go to school? They don't do it. They use these boys for violence. They buy them enough drinks. They get them money.
And they got people who sell these substances to them in various countries. Even the DEA and the police sometimes know these people. When they are going to raid, they place phone calls. My man, you all leave. We're coming. And they get there. They say, oh, the people not there. The people not there. Look, Steve, big country, we got to be serious. If the government must succeed, we have to be very serious in making our brothers and sisters who are spoiling. There should be a need to bring them back, because that could be my little brother tomorrow. That could be your little brother or your little sister. There are people from good homes that are involved into these things today. The country is not going forward.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I think we should take some calls so we can hear some of the reactions. And then Melbourne, after the calls, maybe you can ask your questions. I beg you, Chief. Melbourne, I beg you, right after the calls, please keep your question and you can ask me, Melbourne. I beg you.
No problem, no problem. So that move to the line, yes, and take calls.
776-105-105. We'll take this person. Hello? Hello? Okay, this pricing. Hello? Oh, what's going on here? Good evening. Your name, where you calling from? Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you very much for this topic, because this nation is like we are on a time bomb. This issue of Zogo people is everywhere. I want to say that our society has lost the taste. The lowest to the have lost our taste. Now, when we even in the country, people that were watching, it is no longer.
Your line is bad. Your line is very bad. Just try. I don't know what's going on. Just try your best and call back, and then we can put your line through and see. 081-1435-04 0776-105-105. Let's hear you. Hello.
Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm Moses. I call you.
Moses, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thanks very much. You know, like Brother Steve was saying, this is a very serious problem. It all derived from just what you said about the war, disarmament, and people have not been rehabilitated and counsel and was re-increased into society. And it messed up today until school out of hands that is hard to handle. You see, our burdens are messing up. These things are making people to go wayward in society. Confused that we don't really know what to do. Now, if you look at prison, you guys, most of them, when they are caught, you go and listen to the prison, and there is no rehabilitation there. There is no counseling there for them, and you see people back, and then they continue to commit crimes again over and over because these things are not being paid attention to. You see, like our girls' children, you were saying, some of the factors responsible that we see the poverty, but parents are also weak. Most parents are also lazy. Let this fight. And irresponsible fathers as well. All contribute to this going around having somebody's women and children not paying attention to their children, and you see single mother are suffering with the children, and all as a point of getting the children into the street. You see, and all grown men will see these kids and go after them to do woman business with them, not taking into consideration that they have even kids like these children that they are abusing as well. You see, so like you said, we all have to put hands together and then fight this thing together. And rehabilitation is one of the most important things with people that are facing with this kind of problem. Psychosocial counseling. So, talking about our mouth or government just saying that mouth, not taking real actions and then working towards it to help people in this direction, it will not help Liberia. Liberia will go down the drain. Down the drain.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Keep your calls coming to 0881 1435 04 0777 05 105 0881 1435
I got a quick call right here. If you don't have any call, I got a quick call here.
Yeah, I'm Lamfield Dodger calling from Capital Bypass.
Okay, let's give attention to that. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I want to participate in your discussion because it's very vital for our society.
Let's hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what happened? The problem here is about the teenage prostitution. If you look at our society today, you see kids are born in kids. And later it will turn the grandparents to take care of the kids. After the grandparents have no job, all these kids will become the prostitutes.
Yeah.
And where your partner was saying over there with the DD program where they sort of rehabilitate people, they refused after the war. They get serious problem in our society today. There are generation trauma that what's going on in our society. So we hope and pray and do the best that we can do because the politicians, they use the weakness of this situation to destroy our society. So that's all I get to contribute.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We'll take another pricey. Hello.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
Yeah, this is the voice of John Apollo, and I call you from Lower Makibi County District 1.
John, welcome.
I want to say thank you for the topic on the discussion. Yeah, you know, any nation to prosper or develop, they must first invest into human capital. Liberia will fail to, invest into human capital. Like what you see, everything going header and scatter. And any country that will not, educate its citizens, and you are telling them in a simple manner to try ignorant and ignorant to learn excuses no man. We see today our country when it comes to schooling, some Google thing we see today, people are going contrary, special drugs are taking over our nation. So we kind of appealing to the government to see reason to develop the human capital, because if you don't develop the human capital, even you build a skyscraper, they will not even value it. Today we see the young people are going astray because they are not educated, their mind is not built. So they feel that only drug can solve the problem. So we are appealing to government to see into that direction. Let human capital be number one, because from the past, from the war we came now, we can't see anything better. Nobody is when it comes to education, nobody is really taking that direction. So we're appealing, as our brother said, he said that because the rehabilitation, from the DDRR program, our people, they left them. In the society today, we see them, their mind is not built, they are there going, helter scatter. Some are involved into armed robbery, some are involved into different activities. Some have gone to the gold mine, they go and dig gold, and the people are using the same drugs to give them. So today we see our country, if Liberia should be developed, we should, invest into human capital. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We'll take this person, go over to Steve. Maybe the person's still on the line. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm okay. Your name, where you calling from?
Mr. C, I call you from Phone Mine.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, I just want to say something very short. It's not issue, people looking, but you see, the Lebanese is the one that has the drug cartel in this country.
Okay.
The Lebanese. Don't overlook it. The drugs, they are inside wholly and solely and so badly the Lebanese drugs enough in this country. You saw when they sent $100 million drugs, well in the hands of the Lebanese, right? That's a small one there. The Lebanon government sitting or it is looking at it. This supermarket, this store, when they take these warehouses and storm them, you see what will happen in this country. The Lebanese get it. I never see Lebanese men say I've been in the country to road campaign for any other possibility go campaign in Lebanese, they know how to run a campaign. And I monitor them because of this guy, this Jojo, he linked with them. So now he is the one. Before that, he went Lebanon. So that drug cartel, he influenced solely and wholly in his country. Right now, I think what Kruma is doing, he just flamboyant something he's doing. But he know the root cause, of that drugs in his country. He know where he is. The Lebanese overlook the act. I say the Lebanese, they have it. They have it, the drugs.
Thank
they
you.
Have it. They do it. Yes.
Thank you so much. We'll take this question quickly. Hello. Let's go. All right. Steve, you can take somebody from there.
Yes, I got a caller here. Your caller, what's your name? Where you calling from, please?
My name is Benjamin Kamal, the call the Honor Constitution calling from Minneapolis. How are you?
Hey, Benjamin. How are you? What's your take on the conversation?
Yeah, I just want to give a little bit of some social education here. I think it's trying, but I believe that they're going about to maybe they're using what they have. So that's why we can encourage it. But I want to let people up who are not very much aware of how drugs is. Drugs is it is a behavior, it's factor, and it's biological. And like when we look at the VA approach, it's more of the environment that are just chasing the guys where they are. No matter where you take them from, they still go. The first thing, you don't have no place to put these people. You dislodge them, they will still function because they are functioning. Their function is not based on something physical. Their function is based on something chemical that is happening into their brain. Look, when you eat something or you watch a beautiful movie, the way how you feel happy, the way how you laugh and you're excited, there's something in our brain called the dopamine. Anytime you do something good, you get a reward from it. The bad part here is that same place we get our happiness, it is on that same neurotransmitter that drugs operates. So people who take drugs, when they take it, it operates on that same neurotransmitter. So what happens? They get happy, they get high, and they feel cool. So are you telling me when somebody's giving you a good pepper soup and you're enjoying it, will you stop drinking the pepper soup? No, you will not stop. It's because you are enjoying it. And I want us to look at drugs in that instant. Let's try to see these people as people who are sick and not well and need treatment. When we start to attach all the West nomenclature to them, it doesn't change anything because what is happening is more chemical than it is in the physical. Even though they have physical aspect of it, but the chemical part is more dangerous. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it. Yeah, Chiku, if you guys have any calls from over there, you can definitely take them. I just had this one caller from the US who was on for a long time. But, folks, this is serious. Milborn, are you there? Siku, are you there?
My name is Marco Fode. I'm calling you from Ria community.
Marco, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my brother, this country, we don't even know what to say. All countries and counties have the rule and regulation.
Okay.
But today, Liberia does not have no rule and regulation. People do buy yet no punishment. When they kill somebody, nothing comes from order. You born your child, send them to school, somebody go there and rape them, nothing comes from order. I believe if our people say they can rescue, they put it in a place, I think then our country is better. But if it also, Liberia will be polluted more than the way we find ourselves today.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We'll take another pricing. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm Alex Garcia.
All right. Alice, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you so much for the topic. And I want to say to the SKTV team, and I hope you people will continue to be critical on issues so that at least our government will have the listening ears. You know, it's so bad in Liberia if you try to be critical and our leaders don't like to listen to you.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a bad precedent that all of our leaders have been. Take for example issue. You know, when you try to put in place on some discussions, they should have the listening ear, and they should forget about politics or the person is against my government. But let's take for example the NCGDRR program. Do you know that the current president was fully a strong member or board chair on our committee after the war? So these are things that, you know, at that time during the campaign, we never really wanted him to take over the country. But however, I think this time, and thank God he put it into his platform, that he should be able to re-strategize the idea that they missed or the opportunity they missed to reintegrate the young people at that time so that they'll be able to cover their mistakes and move the country forward.
Thank you.
So
we'll take another pricing. Hello.
Good evening.
Your name, where you calling from?
G. Lahastin, where they coming from? In the Evitowa Road.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. With the topic being discussed, I think Steve, let me tell you, on my opposition, we are came on the radio to rebut, but the way he explained about the situation of prostitution in Liberia, he really hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
And another call, yeah, it's another call. I just want to add, I don't want to be monotonous or repeating what they already said. The thing is that both of those colors, Steve and the color, made reference to the war.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the first color said that people were injected, but maybe Brother Sekou did not understand what injection had to do with that. The chemicals that were injected into the people at the time, you know, affected them. And they were in the bone. So today, if you look at the war, children today, who fought the, let's say, 2005, we say maybe the war subsided, and we are going to that. So the children today found, the adults found today, are people who fought the war, and they were injected. So that stubbornness, or that chemical that were injected into to make them stubborn is in them. So as they produce, the children also come out with them. That's what the problem have here. So we're having two categories of people that actually, the adults today, let's say for us today, who took part in the war, we have become parents.
Mm-hmm.
So those behaviors are taking us. That's why when you see people say that, oh, the parents can tell the children, oh, go in the street there, you know. I mean, they don't care about them. They go and become bread and butter for the home. Because during the wartime, let me tell my brother, when we fled from Moravia to go to Sierra Leone, the rebels then were behind the women. I mean, some people, I mean, once our sister allowed to go through, and you know, as the people within men, then they start to let all the men to go through. So all of them was there, you know, it really puts in the mind of us. So she references said, actually, it is not even the other color. It is a serious thing we have to. So that means to say, this second generation will have people that fought the war and have to pass.
Thank you.
People that are doing the war, yeah, you know, that have to pass.
Thank you.
And when will the new generation come up? That's it.
Thank you, Chief. Let's take another pricing too. Hello.
Hello.
Your name, where you calling from?
I'm James Johnson calling from Depot Road.
James, welcome. Let's hear you.
Yeah, the discussion you guys are trying to deliberate on the air there is really alarming.
Mm-hmm.
When you come to Depot Road, right here opposite Suta Matarika, you will see a lot of girls and sogos on the street here, taking in drugs, carrying on prostitution, and the police is doing nothing about it. Even the DA is not doing anything about it.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously, on a serious note, you the journalist, you can spend one night, you just come around here on the Bureau and see what is going on. Yeah. I've been living here for the past 2 years.
Maybe not far.
Yeah. Just come and see for yourself.
Sorry. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm very far from that. And in fact, I'm up. In fact, I'll go there sometime. But you're right. But before we go, because
No,
we
you
are
don't get a point, dude. You don't get a point. You're talking about the proximity and talking about hustle grant.
no, man, look, Mr. Monk, you and Steve, I don't know, yeah, you guys always putting me into some predicament. I get and you gotta stop. You know my position already. I'm finding out to be the Seku. Seku is a deacon. I won't be deacon to the Seku. But anyway, actually, Seku, let me be frank. I think the precinct compound is failed. I think maybe hopefully maybe on tomorrow or maybe other day we'll be looking at the president compound too also, because you not joy about arresting people, security not doing anything, but maybe if arrest the people now, what will you carry them? What the food? No food. President compound failed. So there are a lot of challenges though. So government got to do more and government got to work hard.
Yeah, Melbo, I know you had a question before we go. What's your question?
Yeah. So my question was, what do you think we can do as people, especially government, to make sure that all of these things can be laid to rest, or maybe can be, or maybe a little bit, or maybe reduce the way we're seeing things moving, the way things are going at a higher level?
Well, first thing I wanted to address is this. There is something we call predisposition. That means simply you are going to expose people or whatever it is to it. So yes, that's why we normally tell people, when you're pregnant, stop drinking. Stop taking drugs. Those of you who do the susha or shuka or whatever you call it, that foolishness that is mixed with funny thing, stop taking it. Because what you do, even as a mother, you are exposing that child. It's hugely possible. See pregnant women and they say, oh, they're going to have fun. And that thing happening in the country. When you talk,
that is Delia, they're even a regular cigarette. They don't even know.
When you talk, they say you're judging them. Soon you talk at 10 religious. Somebody who can get charged 10 religious again. So sometimes I just stay away from even for their own good. You tell them they get this, But we are saying this thing from a logical, from a evidential standpoint. We're saying that these things are impactful. Just these few days, I read an article about the weed smoking. For those who smoke weed, those who smoke ganja and all the funny things you're going to smoke. Do you know that it can lead to brain cancer? But when you're talking to get that way, you again. But, well, they don't understand the implication of some of these things. They don't understand the impact and effect. Some of them say, oh, when you smoke, I had a couple of friends who said, when you smoke that thing, it makes you smart. No, it doesn't make you smart. What it does is it slows you down. It slows you down. Some of you, when you smoke at the side effect, you get trigger happy. You say number and say you get laughing and smiling. That's something that's obvious. Look, anyways, we'll find time to get into that. That's a side point. But maybe I want to answer your question, to get to your direct question. The first thing the government or the Labrampo need to do is they need to hire professionals. Whether you retain them on consultancy level or whatever it is, they need to hire people with expertise, professionals that will come in and help develop a plan or strategy how to tackle this. And let me just be honest with you, Melbourne, the Liberian government does not need to spend a cent on funding this particular program. Other international partners, once we can present the data and the facts, monies will be allocated to help fight these things. And truly speaking, I'll say again, look, all key ministries need to be on board. The Ministry of Justice, the Ministry of Health, all of them need to be on board to fight this. The Ministry of Internal Affairs. Look, there must be a holistic approach, and there has to be a time frame. So let's say, for example, if we say we'll focus the next 3 years or 3 to 5 years on combating drugs, and we'll invest this amount of money, and we'll tackle it county by county. And that's we're not restricting anything here to Monrovia. We're county by county, district by district. And like Monk was saying, you have to have a place to bring the people. We'll see the impact of it. There will be return on this, and people will be even willing to support this cause. So it's a long plan. It needs strategic, people need to sit down and develop a plan and a strategy to be able to attack it, not just talking in a month or on the radio, because huge fight.
Just before you leave the radio on this issue, I noticed on SKTV when a politics people come here to defend their party and their political leader, but every time we discuss societal ill, the responses from the Liberian people can be unanimous. Technically, it means that they know exactly what's going on. They just not open and bold enough to accept that the country is a failed state. Look, I just been sitting back today. I didn't really want to participate. I get listening. And the cause, no matter which part of the country they're calling from, it's the same thing. And that's what we keep saying on SKTV. The advocacy or the information we bring here is not political. Because everything in Liberia affects you. Whether you're from the ANC, whether you're from Liberty Party, whether you're from Unity Party. Prostitution does not know political affiliation. Hunger and poverty does not identify any political party. Ritualistic killing affects everybody. Corruption affects everybody. But when you open the land, someone says societal ill, no, then everybody come in and give the same answer. Because that's the problem. You keep playing politics. And the way society is structured, I will keep saying it. Look, whether it's poor education or unemployment, they can say, oh, the love of money is the root of all evil. I said that's a lie. If the rich man who came out with that slogan, he lied. Poverty is the root of all evil. Anywhere you got poverty, people left the terrorists. People engage into things they won't do under normal circumstances because poverty will force you to compromise on certain principles that you fundamentally believe in. So the issue about teenage pregnancy and prostitution, no, these things, the root causes are all poverty. And that's the situation in Liberia. I keep saying it on the show as if we do a deep dive into history. Every time we have leaders, I haven't seen leaders in recent memory, I would say, all the past 40 years. Steve talked about attacking things from a holistic standpoint. I haven't seen in modern history that a leader came to the presidency with a clear vision. I'm talking about programs, policy that affects the country nationwide. And you talk about holistic approach with the drugs thing. You got to 1 billion, you get in full, you say you're taking drugs. The question is, are you attacking this thing about drugs on a holistic approach, whether it's rehabilitation, whether they are program, whether you are getting incentive for these people that are being affected or that are taking drugs? No, you don't have a comprehensive program. And we told you on the show, when president comes to power, they have a clear vision, they focus on few things. Your president came with 12 bullet points. And you're looking at something that is imminent, that poses a systemic risk to the future of Liberia that is drugs. You can scatter your energy all over the place. You come with 2 or 3 things, you focus on it, you get it done. That when you leave the presidency, you establish a legacy. But today, agriculture, food, and sanitation, and talking about drug appeal, and roads, and aviation. Are you serious? You only got 6 years. And you know one thing I know in Liberia, we like to fool ourselves thinking that 6 years is 6 years. In Liberia, the 2 seasons are distributed evenly. And you know, the green season impact people a territory throughout the day. Yeah. So technically, when they are giving you 6 years, you technically only have 3 years because the rain season slows down everything in Liberia because it rains heavily in Liberia and the 2 seasons are distributed evenly. 6 months, 6 months. So why you think that you get 6 years to build roads and do that? You only got 3 because when you manage the rain season, you got a very shorter time frame. That is why you got to focus on few things to make an impact. You don't spread your energy all over the place. But you know what? Every day it's a learning process on SKTV, and we'll keep saying it. We won't stop talking.
So Steve, thank you guys for holding on. I had a call, and this is going to be one of those big breaking news, but not for today. I had to leave, and I left the show completely. Yeah, because I didn't want any interference or any kind of distraction. Yeah, but we were talking in the back. Some people been calling my phone. Actually, that really made me to come back because people trying to call to participate on the show. You want me to take a few calls before we go?
Yeah, I think so, Mr.
All right.
Yeah, let's take a few.
I think this is Abraham. Abraham.
Yeah.
How you doing, sir?
Not bad, my brother. How you doing?
Good. You're alive.
Yeah, good afternoon to all of the guys in the studio on the show with you, man. This is a great topic, man. Thanks for the effort. Like I always remind you guys and all of those that come out to speak on this voluntary basis. And like on a pro bono basis, try to help the country. I think it's commendable. But you know, so you guys touched on two topics, and I think a lot have been said. And you know, you have the like of Steve and Monk. I think these guys working the services area, so to speak. I think it's a good thing. But two things I really want to touch on that has to do with this drug issue. You know, I said it's unfortunate that the country have drifted. The drug issue has been so politicized to the point that everybody try to take their side on it. That's the unfortunate thing about it. But if you go to the historicity of this drug problem in Liberia, you understand that it did think it's dating back as far back as the day when we had something called Temtec in Liberia, the Benio, and all those things. But hey, people politicize it for their own personal aggrandizement. But real quick to the point, you know, the likes of Philippine, when you had the likes of Rugado, how do you call the guy, Duterte. That was the guy that was democratically elected. But that guy, they introduced, it's not martial law, but they introduced, because drugs were making Philippines to be a failed state. And that guy went in a slum, literally trying to execute people. I mean, I'm not saying Liberia should do that, but that much the rigidity of trying to address the issue of drugs took that president in Philippines today, and they managed to control drug issues. That's one. So I managed the government really to desist from the politicization of the drug issue in the country. It's overwhelming Liberia, quite honestly. And then when it comes to the issue about teenage prostitution and all this kind of thing, the reason why you have some countries today that they get this issue of morality police, these are some of the things. Because the dress code and how people dress in the street.
Yeah.
People, there's some freedom of limitation, is a catastrophe. Freedom is itself a limitation. Things have been practiced in the United States because we got a lot of, barriers to protect certain things in the United States that we find ourselves. You don't have this kind of opportunities in Liberia, places like Liberia. So the rigidity of certain things have to be put in place. Otherwise, we're going to have a failed state in Liberia.
That's true. Thank you so much, Ibrahim.
Yeah, Mr. Let me know we have to talk about things. Let me not take all of the time.
For sure. Thank you so much, my brother. So, we already hit the 2-hour mark, Steve. I don't know whether you guys still want to be here. But,
no, we are the 2-hour mark. Definitely, we can call it a day. Like we said, we'll stick with the 2-hour marks. In as much that I came late, but it's fair for us to leave on time.
You're getting a call again from somebody. Hello.
Hey, how are you? This is Gwen.
Gwen, how you doing?
Good.
Yeah, you're alive. Let's get you.
Because I was sure about what the sermon that I just called this. He said the way people dress cause prostitution.
Not necessarily, but I think you were trying to say that.
Go ahead.
Huh?
I think you were trying to say is one of the reasons because of what they got the moral police in certain countries, they were restricted to certain countries, I think he said.
Okay.
Well, I totally would not agree with him because I will tell you, I got 3 girls. They wear tough clothes and they're not prostitute. My daughter is 27. She's going far way beyond. And there are multiple people in this country. So I mean, that's his opinion, but all of that is not fact-based. The things that will cause addiction, like for drugs. We know Benjamin Jonah Paul. These people are sick. Social influences, mental health, family dysfunction, the way your brain responds to certain stimuli, childhood trauma and abuse, and genetics. Those are what causes drug addiction. And tell me, which Liberian have not gone through all these things? When we're talking about trauma, my children tell me every day in America, they say, Mom, Liberians are traumatized people. The way you guys respond, the way you guys act, and you need counseling. And even we that live in the States, we refuse to even accept that we are traumatized people. And yes, we are traumatized because most of us were young when the war came. We saw dead bodies on the road, people laying down dead, and we still walk like nothing happened. And see today in Liberia, people can die and lay down in the street. And people can come and take pictures like nothing happened. Or car can be burning. Just the other day on the news, there was a car burning in Minnesota. And people stop and jump. I think Winnie and Mary jump and rescue that person out of the car before that car could blow up. In Liberia, that don't happen. People will sit around and look and take pictures, and that's how you know people are traumatized until we literally have blended into that trauma that everything we do around us become our coping mechanism. Also, our mental health, drugs in the community, because someone said that from I think 2005 war, people were injected, and that's true. Once substances have been introduced into the body, you need to go through sometimes. We have like people here that take drugs in America. When you come to the hospital, and it's like there's nothing that we can control. Even in the hospital can't handle it. We have to send you through rehab. The person must be willing and ready for rehab to go through rehab. And when they leave rehab, they got to find a place to go or something to do that will not hook them back up to that same system, or else they're going to go right back to their drug addiction.
Okay, thank you.
So the Liberian government, they need to put money into this. They need to put money into rehab. And after rehab, where will they put those people? This is the time to take those people and put them on government farms. Since the first war letter A was agriculture, that's where the government probably needs to be having some of these people get on farms, government farms, pay them after rehabilitation so they can be business doing something. They will take them from on the street. But I totally disagree. People dressing with short clothes does not prove anything. Is not scientific proving and what was just said. So thank you.
Thank you so much. I say no more calls. No more calls. So maybe you guys, like whether it's Monk, whether it's Melbourne or Sekou, can make your closing comment, then we can call it a day.
Okay, let me just begin quickly and like to say a very big thank you to SKTV once again, on Top FM. I mean, the program have started gaining a lot of momentum in the county, in the Southeast. The 2 days I was on with you guys, too many calls. Sekou, what happened? 6 o'clock. Where are you? All the kinds of things. I mean, SK, thank you. Hey, yeah. Unity Party, you're please be giving me information. I'm an adjacent too. Because the way Steve can tackle me, so now you give me easy. Yeah, please, you're farming some kind of way. You're be giving me information. Thank you, guys. I'll be here tomorrow.
Why are you begging to defend the poor? If they put you, they will come look for you. Don't worry about that.
All right, guys. I have to leave.
So, I think Melbourne then doing something, their own thing over there. So, Monk, you want to say something before we go?
Well, my closing comment is very simple. If you keep playing politics, you will only be the victim. There is time for politics. There will always be time for politics. The question I keep asking you on this show is Liberia winning, but you are so hell-bent on your political party, your political leader winning, and your country keep losing. You're not looking at the long-term implications. You're not looking at the outcome. Let's say 15, 20 years from now. You're not looking at the aspect of generation loss that Liberia futures low bleak. But you know what? We will keep talking about this societal issue because it seems like when it's about this societal thing, I keep saying it, they call the responses they sound exactly the same. Everybody knows what's happening in that country, but only few people are willing to discuss what's happening in that country because for them, it's all about politics and more about their emotions and their feeling more than the logic. And we keep saying that today. I don't know, Sekou, you're going for most of the time, but the calls were exactly the same. Everybody can see the problem. The question is, it's not only about identifying the problem, it's a solution. And the only way you can have a major impact is through policy and government. That's why you go to the ballot box to catch your ballot. When politicians come to you to ask you for your vote, what they are doing, they are auditioning. You look for the best, the brightest, the more capable that have people vote in society, because they know at the end of the day, whether it's about drugs, whether it's about prostitution, whether it's about unemployment, whether it's about poverty, it affects everybody equally, irrespective of your political party. So that's my closing argument for today.
Thank you so much. That makes sense. Steve, anything? If you still want to be, I can leave though. You can
No. Go on together. Lead that story.
Remember what you mean?
The only thing I would like to say is, we are here, like we said, we're here to stay. We have the conversations from diverse or different end of, the views and viewers. But one thing you can be guaranteed is SKTV will provide you with the needed information. Whether it suits you, some day, you see some people in here today who can be attacking all whole day. Guess what? I see them today, they're laughing. Yeah, the thing SKTV saying that too, and SKTV then fine. Tomorrow we'll come to the political side. Please keep the same momentum and energy. That SKTV, you can come, you be happy, but you don't want to leave. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. Yeah, thanks to our supporters, our viewers, and Liberians all around the world listening to us.
And thanks to Say Gongano, those just sent $10 to SKTV. They always send $10, but it's good. We appreciate it.
Say Gongano that would have stay holder.
That mean not even close to it. That mean not even carrying pins. That was still holder.
Monks will not qualify.
How's that?
Last beg you, when they comment, we're talking about the comment stakeholder. Will put in how they call the other man.
Joma Jala?
Yeah, I think I will put in table the when it comes to commenting.
So Steve, someone will call you brother Steve today.
Yeah. You might know. When live in a balloon.
You made a
billion now. I told you successful. I people right now.
Brother Steve.
Oh, so they won't buy again. They rent out from them. Don't mind these situational people. I worry about them. Say.
Yeah.
My sister Madeline, you later. SKTV, we're living now.
But I kind of about the good thing, that the beauty about SKTV, we still love everybody.
Yeah. You know, last night I talked like an hour. I was just perusing last night. I was trying to review the 100-day deliverable and the outcome that the president highlighted. So I came out in and said, Papi, I read 30 picking, Papi flipped the whole thing. First of all, the first 12 bullet point on all the things he was going to attack, he cut it into half. He elaborated only 6. He left the other 6 out. Then here's the funny part. They play well, they made little stride as compared to what that are visible. I'm not saying they can sustain it, but at least that the average person can see that they're making some little, like the Fatikas and the AB Chromats. At least we can see things that have been visible when it comes to fighting drug. He didn't talk about that. They skipped that part. But the thing that he didn't even touch, then he telling all about the challenges. Look, we'll read that to Roy. It would sound so funny that I don't know how to operate it. Like the one that you try to do a little bit, you won't attack it. But now you're talking about the one that you didn't even touch. And then out of the 12, he came up with responses on 6. And out of those 6, I was still confusing them. But anyway, that's it. We'll see. Tomorrow won't be Brother Steve because we'll go into A again. We'll be trouble.
Oh no, tomorrow I'm going to Mataro again. Say who Taro do with
I'm every day.
Yeah.
My they can come every day, but sometimes Seku Kenneth, sometimes SK, sometimes bad names. Well, take it. Anything.
Tomorrow, Seku, I know. The men watching.
Yeah, but like I said, man, so somebody say, oh, why you say breaking news, then you say tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
It may be a breaking news. Something that can happen for maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You don't know about it. The day you hear it will be breaking news to you. And customarily, we don't just come here and just drop things. We hear it, we dig deeper, we do our own investigation to make sure the information is authentic before bringing it to the public. That's the reason.
We won't be there. I will talk show for California. They call that guy. The man said,
Bonshare. That's Chief best friend.
Yeah. Tag your friend. That guy will create a hype with people come and get a bring it there.
You didn't get a Bonshare, was it what a Bonshare?
I forgot his name, man.
A Bonshare, my man, I made a Bonshare.
Yeah.
The guy name is Bonshare.
Yeah.
So when we went to Sacramento that time, the man he said, he tried to introduce himself to me. He said, "Mama, you know me again? The great Bonshare." I said, "Okay, I remember you." He said, "Like Bonshare, man."
Like you see, I think like maybe the guy got something big to say when they make it.
I think one time, man, the man told someone on a team, man.
Yeah.
Me, I thought I'm talking a big team, man. You're there. He said, "You're gonna share the team." I said, "I share it. Everybody share it for me." Nobody made me say this.
My boy. My boy.
We were there forever. After 30 minutes, man, they were point of it makes sense.
You mentioned I will pull that gas out of the audience.
This I pull that bullshit.
More than that, but the way he answered, if you I can see my man,
yeah, that man been a long time.
There's a bunch of people, the man in California, all the making to the hotel, the man chilling with me and say,
making to our hotel, yeah.
The man hanging out all that there, bunch of the man hanging out all the whole that. Man said, man, I can't leave to go anywhere.
Well, my man, even in person, the man can still drop one shadow. No. I said, what?
Yeah, that
even on the dancing floor, my man, the man still dropping bombshell. I said, what?
That night we try to sleep. That night said we the man said we said, look, yeah, man, you go drop bombshell.
Yeah, you go drop the bombshell on the other side. You go drop bombshell or you be
I won't rest my body, right?
Yeah, I won't rest my body.
I had to carry the man downstairs in the lobby. The man just dropping more. At 1 in the morning at the moment, I gotta go sleep.
Yeah, I gotta go sleep, bro.
And then another point again, I always dropping boys that I said, "What a second picking."
Yeah.
Second picking first at door.
Oh, first at door. Oh. First at door, but every highlight on video and BBC is a breaking news.
That's it.
My boy.
Yeah. I'm the general. I'm a man. Why though?
Yeah, I'm a real picking out from all the way back home.
Yeah.
From all the way to my country. So my picking. I said one time, my wife wanted to refer. Friend do. He said, long time I can't hear from your brother. I said, oh, my brother. He said, that brother can be calling from Canada. I said, he said the one guy always say breaking news. But once he said the one I go away, I mean breaking news. I said, I know about the friends doing what you're talking about.
You can say like the video and share this video.
Yeah, he said save this video.
Save this video.
Save this video. All the video you must save it. Not one over all the video. I like him though.
No, friends are cool. Friends are cool.
Yeah. All right, guys. Tomorrow.
All right, gentlemen.
Yeah, Mr. Kane.
My boy, thank you.
Yeah, Mr. Kane, I want to go in. We got to go right now.
It's up to you, my man.
No, we'll compare no right now. Come and call you.
Yeah, and before I go, Felicia asked yesterday or the other day, the hatai that we have close to the meat, you wanted to know what kind of drink was that. It was hatai. If you like, you just message me, then I will send you a picture of it.
No, but normally ladies, they're not involved with too much hatai.
Yeah, but the lady can drink it. Lady can drink it, especially if you want to. Those that can work at night, you want to drink it, stay up. The thing about it has no caffeine. It's not like anything, narcotic, but it's just good.
So what you wanted to know now? You wanted to understand what's going on?
She just, yeah, but that one, they're not your business. You want to know? Maybe she want to face her.
I'm just a concerned citizen. What in?
What kind of concerned citizen are you?
I'm just concerned.
Okay, no problem. No problem. My people will see you. Yeah, so I'll check my inbox. You say you inbox me, but I didn't see it. I don't know. I made a different people. Don't inbox Steve for me. Inbox me myself.
Who?
Yeah, and don't even inbox SKTV. Just inbox me. Stay cool.
Who now?
In
yeah, Stonebridge.
So let me tell you. Hold on one second. Let me just tell this lady. So the famous one is called the Chinese gunpowder. That's what I call it, gunpowder. It's all tea. But then the new one now, they're making it in Mali. They got different type. That one is very, very good. Yeah. It's just this thing is good for it's tea. It's nothing else. It even regulates your blood sugar. You know, if you don't put out sugar in it. It's very good.
So that the one we've been taking a few times?
Yeah, that one from Mali.
Yeah, they got that one looking.
Yeah, it doesn't keep you up like you can sleep, but it's very, very good. It keep you oriented.
Yeah, that one.
Keep you tight.
Yeah, that one looking good. That one gonna do 15.
No alcohol. She said
that who want to know alcohol one?
It have a lot of different things. The thing I know alcohol. As a matter of fact, the men when the men sunny drink it, and then they're not looking good in the hall again. They can just tell the security that backing things in the house.
Yeah, that was some of the men reported. You understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can make look. It can make. Let me say, when you started taking the first thing, and make you do not sleep. You just up. Yeah. Up until today, it's still.
It's a good tea. It's a good tea, Panger. You will love it. You don't just put a lot of sugar.
Oh, the camera no come and say coming to Arizona. The camera leader.
Yeah. So the garden who can drink it and they can put their house in order. They can tell the security.
Yeah, they can face you.
Because if you drink it, you want funny. You on your own. Because you're packing all the tin. You'll be looking for tin. It didn't lose.
Yeah, you just working.
Walk out it.
Yeah, but Mr. Kana, I'll call you.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, man. We'll see you tomorrow. So let me check again before I go. Say Gwanganu, thank you for your $10. I want to make sure somebody else before I go without telling them thank you. Say Gwanganu, Joseph Boga Person. United Party, big supporter there. Say Gwanganu, thank you. I want to make sure somebody else. Okay, that's it. So my people here, thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. They are mayor currently come. I told you to come. They are tied here. They meet here. One of my people came from Boston this weekend for the burial. He said, "You and Steve been teasing us. Now I'm in Phoenix. I gotta go visit you. I gotta go drink that hatay and eat roasted meat." That's it. So if anytime you come here, I don't know, man, for Labrador to come here in Phoenix, then come to my house, it's small. Majority, even the leader, they say, when they come here, they can come to my house to drink hatay. Nothing, just fun. Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you. Even if you when you come here, I will invite you to come to my house to come drink hatay. In fact, one of the friends here, he used to drink a lot. He used to drink alcohol a lot. So he said that he tried to drop drinking alcohol, but he needs something to replace it that is not alcoholic. Now you're kind of getting used to hatay now. That guy used to drink a lot. He left it, but now he's getting used to hatay. It's good for him. So that's it. See you tomorrow. Love you all. Thank you so much.